Hey everyone, Scott of the Scottman. We're here to do a driving video today. We are heading east, or I'm just getting on Interstate 80 east. I'm currently south of Chicago right now. In this video, I'm going to be filming I-80 all the way from I-57 all the way to where I-80 branches away from I-94, kind of out near like the Gary, Indiana area, or Gary and Porter, in that area. So it's still in the Chicago area. But yeah, it is kind of cloudy out today. And it's temperatures around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or just a little above 15, close to 60 degrees Celsius. But yeah, this is my first driving video that I filmed in the Chicago area. But yeah, it's like in this video, I'm also going to be reflecting back on my trip to Utah, Arizona, and Colorado. Because it's been 13 days since I filmed the very first video, which is just like a 2-day vlog I filmed going from the Metro Detroit area all the way to Colorado, where I stopped, or ended the video in Denver. So, the stretch of I-80 between this upcoming exit and where I-94 comes in, it is a toll road. It's a part of the I-294 toll road. However, it's pretty cheap. I think it's only like $1.50 or something like that, which is pretty cheap. But it's like, other than this upcoming stretch up ahead, I-80 is mostly free. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of fall color kicking in the Chicago area. So I think they're a little bit behind compared to the Detroit area. Although I haven't been back in Michigan in like 13 days, so I kind of want to see what the fall foliage is like there. So as we get ready to merge onto the I-294,
half a mile, keep left at the fork to stay on I-80.
So now we're going to be joining up with the toll road. The exit there, you can take that north to go to Wisconsin. And as of 2020 on, for the Illinois Tollway, you do not pay a toll anymore. Well, a cash toll.
Keep left at the fork to stay on I-80 east.
So basically, it's electronic only now. Because that's where the toll booths used to be. So basically, how you pay is, yeah, you either need the I-Pass, which is like the transponder you'd use for the Illinois toll road, or if you don't have one, like I don't, you'll get either a bill in the mail, or you can make an account. I think it's, I don't know the exact website, but just search for Illinois Tollway, and I think it's like the main website for it. And it'll basically will allow you to create an account, register a credit card on there, and then it'll bill your credit card. So then what'll happen is you'll get paid, or get paid, not paid, but you get charged for it. So I used it for the first time a few weeks, or several weeks ago, when I came back from North and South Dakota. I created an account the same day, and I think I got billed, or my credit card got billed for it a few weeks later. So I just know it took a while. So with going through that, because I have a credit card set up, I'll be getting my credit card, or that I have on file with it, will get charged for it. And same goes with 13 days ago, because I drove the other direction going through here, so I would have gotten, or I will be getting charged for that too. So I'll be looking forward to a $3 charge total for both ways. But if you don't register on their website, then you'll just get an invoice in the mail, because they'll read your license plate and they'll checking the records or some database to where they'll be able to pull up your card, your registration, then they'll pinpoint where you live, where that car is registered, and a bill will get sent in the mail, and then there are different ways you can pay. But if you're driving on I-80, the toll gantry back there for eastbound and then another one in the similar area going westbound, that is the only toll you pay unless you get off at any one of these exits between here and I-94. What's nice about the electronic tolling is that you don't have to stop and have to worry about handing out cash. So you can just go the speed limit and it'll take care of the rest for you. Now, I'm not sure when they made that cashless back there, but I just remember learning that the hard way when I was coming through here the first time. It's like, oh shoot, I think I have to create an account or something. Thankfully I was able to do that and everything worked just fine. Although I think they did bill me twice by accident, but they did refund me pretty quickly. Because when it comes to electronic systems, everything's not perfect. But yeah, as you can tell, it's like I'm going a little over the speed limit right now, and everybody's zooming on this toll road. Because yeah, people do not follow the speed limit at all on this highway here. Because the speed limit is 55, and there are people easily going over 70 miles per hour. So I don't know, it's almost like going the speed limit's a hazard. Maybe less so if you're in the far right lane. So, but anyway, I also want to, while I talk about, of course, the route we're on too, I'm going to be reflecting back on the trip because I'm serving this as my last video for the road trip to Utah, Colorado, and Arizona. And, oh, this is the end of the toll road. Regardless if you're just driving on I-80 or if you're coming off of I-294. And here's the exit if you want to go to I-94 west, going up towards Chicago. I-94 going to Chicago, I believe, is free. Anyway, so it's like the first night of the road trip, I made a quick pit stop in Omaha, Nebraska. Got to check out the city for like a couple hours, have some dinner, even got to meet up with a good friend of mine. His real name's Alex, but he goes by the Toy King on social media. And then the next few days after that, I went to Colorado. I got to make a quick pit stop for lunch in Denver. Got to meet up with my cousin who's currently living there. As a matter of fact, he and his now wife got married a week ago Saturday. So congratulations to both of them. And of course, head up to Colorado, got to revisit the Winter Park and Fraser area, where I've been to many times in the past decade. Even got to go into Central City, which is kind of like the Las Vegas of Colorado, but a lot less crowded. Better get over because, oh god, that car is going to go over the right lane, so I would have been fine. But yeah, it's like once I-94 merges in with I-80, it's like this freeway gets quite large. And I should probably get over because the car is coming up pretty fast behind me. did make a quick pit stop on the way out to Utah. Stopped in a Vail. It was really great to be back in Vail again, even just for a couple hours or so. Had lunch there, got to walk around, check out the fall color there. It was absolutely beautiful. Perfect weather for Vail. More about the trip in a moment, because we're going to be getting ready to cross over the state line from Illinois into Indiana. So this is going to be a one driving video where I'm crossing state lines. So I'll be doing that shortly. Right up around here. So we're leaving Illinois and we are now in Indiana.
Welcome to Indiana.
I already said that, but thank you. So now this is still technically the Chicago area, because even as far out as like Valparaiso and Michigan City, people still call it, a lot of people will call this the whole area Chicago. Even though technically right now we're in Hammond, Indiana. But yeah, it's like northwest Indiana, so like basically the whole Chicago area of Indiana, as well as the area in southwest of the southwestern part of the state, like down near like Evansville. Those are the two spots in Indiana which are in the central time zone, where the rest of the state is in the eastern time zone. So you'll see signs, for example, if you go down I-65 between Chicago and Indianapolis. So because I'll be staying in northwest Indiana, it's not going to change time zones for me until I cross over to Michigan. Because after I end this video, I'm not going to be continuing on I-80. I'm going to be getting onto I-94. But anyway, so getting back to talking about my trip. So I got to spend about 3 days out in Utah, mostly in Moab, which is a beautiful area. Lots of beautiful rock formations out there. Even some canyons. Because I went to Arches National Park, home to numerous arches, like rock or stone arches made of sandstone. And there are some very iconic arches there, like Delicate Arch, which is the most famous one. Also Landscape Arch. Even two arches called the North and South Windows. And of course go to Canyonlands National Park, where I mainly went to the portion called Island in the Sky, where I'm on top of a mesa, and I got to see a bunch of beautiful canyons down below, formed by the Colorado and the Green Rivers. So that was really cool. And then from there I went down to Page, Arizona. But before doing that, I made a quick pit stop over at Bryce Canyon National Park. And Bryce Canyon it's absolutely beautiful. I saw videos of it previously, but it exceeded my expectations. I almost would have loved to spend more time at the park, but I mainly went to the portion called the Bryce Amphitheater, which has these beautiful canyons and these really cool like rock spires which come up, which yeah, was incredible. I would have loved to have gone to Zion National Park, but I didn't really have time to go to it. But I definitely do want to get out there someday. that, I went to Page, Arizona just for a night. Got to see the beautiful dam that was right there, and also see Lake Powell out in the distance. And the next morning got to visit Horseshoe Bend, which is really cool. Like seeing the Colorado River going through a pretty cool canyon, making like a horseshoe shape. Hence the name Horseshoe Bend. And after that, I was going to Sedona for like 3 days, or 2.5 days technically. But I made a quick pit stop over at the Grand Canyon. So I'd never been to the Grand Canyon before, and that was really cool. Went to the South Rim area, which is the more popular part of the park. But there are some cool views, including Hopi Point, where I got to enjoy the views all to myself. But then again, I did go on a Monday. So that probably explains things a little bit on why it was nice and quiet. Well, there were still quite a bit of people there in different areas, but it was very manageable. I've been talking quite a bit in the past like 16, 17 minutes. Well, that's a lot better. Then I finally got down to Sedona, which that area is so beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Sedona after seeing so many YouTube videos on it. Did a lot of hiking there. Because there are a lot of beautiful trails, like the trail to Devil's Bridge. That was really cool. It's like what's really cool is that you can get to go out on this rocky bridge-like arch. It was making you feel like you're over in a bit. I wouldn't say in an abyss, but let's just say you're quite a bit up in elevation. Also did a very cool trail called West Fork Trail, which is up in Oak Creek Canyon, which is a beautiful canyon. I even did a driving video through it because it was so beautiful. But yeah, it's like in that canyon there was a lot of fall color, which was amazing. In addition, I also got to check out some scenes of Sedona around sunrise, around like in the area around Airport Mesa Trail, which is really cool. And then spent an evening over at Oak Creek overlooking Cathedral Rock, which was really cool. More on the trip in a moment, but yeah, right now we are now in Gary, Indiana. I still remember when I did that little unplanned driving tour of Gary that I did last year, which that was really cool, and that I've been getting a lot of views on that video. Heck, I should probably search Gary, Indiana, or Gary, Indiana roads, or Gary, Indiana driving, to see how highly ranked my video is on YouTube. Wow, we got people pulling under the speed limit right now. That's amazing. Not anymore. Ups up anyway. And while I was in Sedona too, I even made a little quick trip up to Flagstaff for a few hours, mainly to get lunch. I wanted to go to an Indian restaurant that was rated highly there. But I got to walk around Flagstaff for a little bit, which is really cool. And then from there, make the 3-day journey home. I broke up the drive into 3 days and 2 nights just to make it a little easier on myself. Where the first day I drove from Sedona, Arizona to Amarillo, Texas. And while I was there, I did stop at... I did stop at the Big Texan for a good, delicious steak. They're known for their 72-ounce steak challenge, but there's no way I could eat even half or even a quarter of that. Oh yeah, speaking of my Gary driving tour, that's where this area here is where I ended the video, or that particular video. Yeah, I might want to get over, because I know there's going to be the interchange with I-65 coming up. So right here, this is the interchange with I-65. If you go north, that just empties out into the Indiana Toll Road, which is I-90. Go south, that'll take you down to Indianapolis, and eventually it goes down to Louisville, and then Nashville, and eventually ends down in Mobile, Alabama. So then, yeah, the second day of driving was from Amarillo, Texas to the suburbs northeast of Kansas City, Missouri. And with that, it's like I got to stop at a really great barbecue restaurant, one that was highly rated by the now late Anthony Bourdain. It's called Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. I had to get their legendary Z-Man sandwich, and that was good. A Z-Man sandwich is basically brisket, very tangy barbecue sauce, and some onion rings. Even get provolone cheese on it too. And that was delicious. That is located not in Kansas City, Missouri, but in Kansas City, Kansas. So it's in the Kansas portion of the city. And then now this is the third day. I started the day early in the morning. I started at 5 in the morning. Northeast is Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm already here in the eastern Chicago area. But yeah, it's been quite an incredible trip, and with all the driving that I've done, it's like I have now been to 46 out of 50 states. Because from this last road trip, the states I had not visited yet were Utah, New Mexico. Well, New Mexico, I only drove through it. I did stop to get gas though. And then also Oklahoma and Kansas. And yeah, right now we're slowly starting to get in the area near Indiana Dunes National Park. I remember going out there last year with me and my good friend Dima. Which, yeah, as a matter of fact, I even got to meet up with him briefly 2 months ago on my way back from the Dakotas road trip. But yeah, I almost could try to meet up with him today, or even my friend Natalie, who both live out in this area, but I actually need to get home today, so don't really have time to stop, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm planning do one more driving video today, although that's going to be in Michigan. So be sure to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss that video. And we're slowly getting ready to approach the Indiana Toll Road, and that is where we're going to be ending the driving video today. So it's like this video was primarily I-80, but we got to see quite a bit of I-94 as well. And at some point in the future too, I should film the stretch of I-94 between the Indiana Toll Road and the Michigan-Indiana border. Probably won't do that this year, but I might be able to sometime next year. That might give me a good reason also to go meet up with Dina or even Natalie too. Yeah, definitely check out their channels too. Which, yeah, Dima's is Discover with Dima, and Natalie's is Madam Toadstool. All right, we're technically just past the Indiana Toll Road. We're now on I-94, because there's the toll road. All right, so thank you for watching this driving video of I-80 and also I-94, going from I-57 all the way to the Indiana Toll Road, or I-80 and I-90. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come on and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thanks for watching. This is Scott with the Scottman.